Hey everyone, so this is me again. I continue the series of tutorials. In the one before, we have looked at moving from a virtual location, which means from PH warehouse to SSS, some goods, some garments. Now I wanted to show you all kinds of internal transfers. Yeah, internal transfers is here, but also you can have internal transfers from Gujin. And actually what internal transfers actually means is it could be a number of different things. It could be moving stock from SSS to Gujin consignment stock. It could be moving goods from SSS to Carmen consignment stock. So all the DCs that we deliver to could be an internal transfer. An internal transfer could also be returns. Yeah, we could also return from our Gujin stock location goods back to the SSS warehouse, like we did for the callback activity. Yeah, or when we have some returns because of slow-moving items, and they must go to, let's say, they must go to discount shops or so. All that means internal transfer. Which is actually quite a broad category, but that's basically it. And how do we differentiate these internal transfers? Is basically through the transaction document that we then need to take from the SAP system. So just to demonstrate you one, so let's do one simple one. We click on more, internal transfer. Let's say we want to move stuff from SSS to the Gujin warehouse, okay? Which means that we're still moving the goods from our internal location to another internal location, because in the consignment stock model, these goods still belong to Invista. And it could be also like a replenishment. Yeah, when we replenish Gujin or when we replenish Carmen or any of these customers, we would do an internal transfer. So source location, zone, SSS stock, destination, let's say customers, no, search more. Actually, it's our Gujin stock. Okay. Yeah, so we put in Gujin stock. When is the transfer happening? Let's say it's happening on Monday. And the source document here, we would then use the source document that the logistics team has created in their system once they have finished the transaction, I would suggest. So let's say, I don't know, whatever the source document is, let's say it's a transfer number, and then it would be 865. Okay. This should really match with the SAP system, because otherwise we'll have a big problem and we cannot reconcile back the specific movements on an SKU level. Owner for this should normally be, let's say, Tina. So then we just add the products that we want to move. Very easy. Yeah, let's say we go into back to Jazz. We take the camisole, we put the quantity. Let's say we want to replenish with 45 units. And then we basically say validate. Yeah, so then this has been moved from, and then we go back to inventory, and then we see the transfers, and then we see here internal. WH means warehouse, internal, and this is the internal reference number, which is a running number, so that's a unique number, and it says Gujin stock. Yeah, this is the destination location, and it has been basically transferred. So the other quick movement that we could do is also, basically, I mean, the return is just that you go to, for example, the Gujin locations, internal transfer from Gujin, yeah, and then you do exactly the same. Then you just then you would just basically move back from Guji to SSS. You would select SSS and you move things back. What we could also do is, for example, so let's just see if we can maybe do some other movements just quickly. An internal transfer, we go back here. Yeah, we move now stuff back, let's say from each way to SSS. So here we're going, we'll check for SSS stock. Let's say we say schedule date is Monday. Let's say source document is a transfer number. Yeah. I add an item, whatever, let's say Novalace. And I put in the quantity of these SKU. And then we mark it as to do. What should normally happen is that when we go back to the dashboard, here, that's when you see that there's one waiting and somewhat late. Yeah. Going back. So where can you see then most of the goods stored? That's when you go to reporting, you go to inventory valuation, and you say, okay, I want to see the inventory at a specific date, and I want to see all the inventory. Then you just click on retrieve, and then this is the list. Yeah, so here's the list actually of all the internal locations of the inventory, which means you have the different garments, the quantities, and then of course you can here also choose the different things, and then the inventory value based on the RSP. And this view, probably I'll still modify it, but just so you know, reporting, inventory valuation, at current, and then that's where this overview here pops up. And then when you click on it, you also see where the stuff is. Okay, so this concludes this tutorial.